Yeah, because you've let's see, been listening to us or knowing that we were on the radio since you were 11. Is that right? Is that the way we did the math?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's right.
Everybody knows
I feel like I've been
ACE&TJ.
listening to y'all for a long time.
Well, everybody
We did the
knows you
math,
guys.
didn't we?
Everybody knows Ace and TJ.
Intimately.
Yeah.
But you're a lot older than she is, Cubby. I didn't realize how much older you are.
I didn't either.
You're 29. She's 24.
She's about to turn 25.
I'm about to be 25 in November.
She's one of the same years as my sister, so she's 25. And
Yeah.
I'm 29.
Yeah, you're
I
29.
met him from,
Did y'all go to the same high school? You would have been a senior when she was a freshman, right?
no, one of my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Cubby hangs out with her husband. And then I met Cubby
How?
back in the day. Like what?
Where?
It was a long time ago. I
Where
don't know
does
now.
Cubby hang out with her?
Cubby's like the easiest person to talk to.
Can you
He's so
define-
sweet.
Let's
Yeah, he
define
is sweet.
hang out.
Yeah, he looks pretty damn sweet to me.
You're at Crush or something.
Yeah, or
Oh.
no, I think that was a long time ago.
They were Crush.
It was a
Crush is a club, by the way.
Was a club.
Yeah, it was.
Was.
Hadn't even been a club in a long time.
yeah.
Cubby just likes being around celebrities.
But I knew
I'm-
before.
But you knew she was going to be a celebrity.
No.
Yeah, everybody did, from what I understand. Everybody knew you were going to be famous.
He thought you were Britney Spears when he first saw you.
He called you fancy, actually, is what he called you. Said you had a new dancing dress.
Here's your one chance. Don't let me
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Be nice to the gentlemen, fancy. They'll be nice to you.
You're crazy.
Do you have any idea what we're talking about? Fancy the song?
Yes, Reba
Okay.
McEntire.
Oh, good for you.
Wow.
Yes.
You got a smoker's voice. You have a good voice.
No, I
I think
because
smoker
right
voice is
after
good.
the show, I've been talking to people a lot, and
Yeah.
I've been so normally it's not raspy.
Really?
I sound like my sister.
Oh, I thought that.
My sister has a raspier voice than me. Mine's normally like higher.
Your sister's older, you said 27?
She is, yeah.
Okay. Is she married?
No, she's been dating a guy for 5 years.
What's he waiting on?
I have no clue.
Is everybody kind of starting to pressure him now in the family? Like, hey, when are you going to make this thing happen?
No, we keep our mouths shut.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he gets pressured by my sister.
Yeah, he's not going to marry her.
Why?
If he hadn't done,
5
if he hadn't
years.
done anything to that way,
Yeah, he
for
does
5
need to
years.
hurry up
Yeah.
and do something.
But they're
if-
not shacked up, are they?
Yeah, they're living together.
Oh,
All right,
well,
that's
yeah.
why.
That's why.
Because he's getting all the benefits of a marriage without any commitment, without the main commitment.
I agree.
Yeah, Jeff will
That's
ask
true.
you
And
to
not
marry
just
him
sex.
before that guy asks your sister to marry him.
As long as you
Yeah,
don't shack
Jeff
up with
better.
Jeff.
If Jeff would have won this year, the reason why I wanted him to win so bad is I knew he would propose to me.
But yeah, don't.
Sure.
But you can't shack up with him until at least until y'all are engaged and have a date set. Otherwise, and it's not just sex that you're getting. The guy's getting. It's the security of having someone there when he comes home and having a partner and always knowing that you're there to share moments with each other that married people do without actually having to get married and worry about
No,
the whole
I know
thing
that.
splitting up.
I
Yeah.
used to always say if I don't even know if I can say this, but if you're giving up the goods for free, I'll never marry you.
Right, and all women should know that they need to charge for the goods. There's always a price for the goods.
Yeah. Very true. So what's the drop dead date for you? Like, say you and Jeff have been going out. If you hit the 5-year mark and he hasn't proposed yet, are you then like, look, I'm out then?
Then we'd have a sit down.
I mean, is there an age or a number of years that you've said this is the deadline? Maybe you haven't told him, but mentally you've made a note that you're 24, about to be 24. If I turn 27 and he hasn't proposed, it's going to be time for me to move on.
Well, with him, the good thing is he's 33, so he's older.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm, 27, he's 9 years older than me. So I don't know. Maybe, if we got to 4 years and he hasn't proposed or anything, then I'd kind of be like, okay, what's going on here?
Right. You think he's gay?
How long did you and your wife date?
See, mine's a
Yours is
tricky
different.
situation because we went out for a little while and then there was a 5-year break in between there.
Okay.
Then we got back together. It was still over 2 years before I
Okay.
proposed to her.
Right.
But I really was kind of let it be known. Or what are we doing here? Is this going to happen or is it not going to
Yeah.
happen?
I think you kind of know.
I was kind of pressured into it.
I think we're at that point now where it's we need to do. No, you don't.
Yes, he does.
I met. She is. The most
Shannon
blessed woman on the face of the earth.
Shannon has emailed, during your first season of Big Brother, Jordan, Jeff won a trip and everyone was hoping he would take you, and that is where you two would connect. Is that where you two learned about each other and began to fall in love?
No, we ended up. He didn't. Okay, so on there, when you win a trip, you can cash it in. He cashed it in and then took 5,000. So, no, this year he's taken me on a trip for sure since he got jury vote. So,
Does he know that?
Yes, he told me. He was like, I'm going to take you on a trip. Whenever one of the girls on the show, I gave up a phone call from home so she could talk to her family.
And then she screwed you. That bitch.
No, Shelly's a great person. Well, y'all, she's had a lot of stuff happen. She's had a lot of, like, death threats, you know, with her family. So she's a great
crazy.
woman.
It's a television show that affects people's lives in no way. Why would they ever be sending death threats?
I have no clue, but she's a wonderful woman. She's so nice, and you know, her family doesn't deserve that. It's just a game, and but he after that he told me he was like he won $5,000 whenever he pulled out of. It was like out of a bucket thing. And he told me, he was like, I'm going to use that money and I'm going to take you on a trip.
Wow.
So I've always wanted to go somewhere where it's like clear water, a tiki hut. You know, like I don't know where I could go, but
Myrtle
I don't know
Beach.
what
I hear
place.
Myrtle
No.
is fabulous this time of year.
Myrtle
Throw
Beach is
down.
beautiful.
For $5,000, you could throw down.
You could
at Myrtle Beach.
You could buy Myrtle Beach.
Hell.
Go to Broadway at the beach and party at,
sure.
oh my gosh, what's
Liquid.
that one bar?
Or no,
What's
with
that one
I know
bar?
what you're talking about.
Senor-
Yeah, everybody
Senor
goes.
Frog.
Senor Frogs.
Hell, you can
and
rent-
then the other place on the end. It's like one of those.
You could rent Senior Frogs out for the night and still have about $4,000 left over.
Actually, tell him to take you to the Atlantis in the Bahamas.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's awesome. Yeah, take you there.
It is not nicer than Myrtle.
I mean, I'm just saying you wouldn't have the run of the place for $5,000, but that gets you a meal in that sushi restaurant there, and breakfast the next morning at the Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis is expensive. It's nice.
Yeah, that's the kind of place I go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always think of like Senor Frogs. That's a place where you go like in high school
In
when you're
college,
18. And don't you think?
I didn't go until they took me and I got a fish bowl.
You took him to Senor Frogs?
Well, not together. I mean, not
Oh.
myself.
Yeah, Cubby and I dated for a while.
We look up, and here comes Cubby walking in the restaurant with a plate covered in chicken tenders and fries.
Oh, my God.
He said, I didn't see anything on that I just want more chicken tenders. And he said,
You love chicken tenders. You were just talking about them today at Outback.
so here we
Yeah,
are
that's
in the
all he-
nice restaurant where everybody's ordering really nice Mexican dishes, and Cubby's going with, I just got some chicken tenders
Chicken
and fries
tenders.
from over
Yeah,
there.
and Jordan was just telling us about her inner fat girl,
We're a big old fat
her
person.
inner fatty.
So the first time you were on Big Brother for 72 days, the television show on CBS, you gained 17 pounds?
15 to 17 pounds. Yeah. I stress eat the whole time. I would eat late at night, and this is so embarrassing, y'all. I would take tubes of cookie dough. I was obsessed at the time with cookie dough
Ooh.
and chocolate Teddy Grahams, and I would dip it and just eat it raw.
Whoa.
I'm
That
dead
sounds
serious.
awesome. Really,
That does sound
awesome.
fantastic.
That's a fat kid wanting to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I by the end of the show, none of my clothes, none of my jeans fit. Everything was too tight. And finale night, I wore a black jumper. It was too tight with the pants, but I wore it anyways because I felt like if I didn't, I bought it out there. And out in LA when I went out there for tryouts, and I was like, I have to wear it or I'm going to have bad luck tonight. And so I forced myself in that thing, and the whole time I'm pulling my shorts down, and they were way too tight. I mean, I can't even believe I did that. And on TV, you look heavier.
about to-
10
Yeah.
pounds heavier. So, yeah. And then this time, I actually lost weight. So I worked out.
Did you plan for that this time? You're like, okay, this time I'm not going to gain
Yeah.
17 pounds. I gotta come up with a plan and be ready to go and eat right. And all
Well,
that
just
kind of-
because when you get back to normal in your routine, you get all that weight off. And
Yeah.
then it's hard to get 17 pounds off, especially for a girl. I think guys, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, because they have
For-
more muscle mass. It burns more calories.
Yeah, guys, it's easier to lose weight, and girls, it's a lot harder. So I was just like, I'm going to work out a lot, and then I was on slop for 2 weeks in a row, and then that just helped. So I think I had lost 10.
When you say
10,
you're on
12
slop,
pounds.
explain that to people
Oh,
who don't
I'm
watch the
sorry.
show. No, just so they know exactly what it is.
Okay, so slop is okay. We have not competitions, and if you don't win a competition, you get on slop. And slop is it basically tastes kind of like plain oatmeal that's like grainy. It's just
yum.
food with no taste. And
Does it have protein in it at all?
yes,
Okay.
and it's supposed to give you protein because you're not eating.
But that's all you're allowed
That's-
to eat for a week, right?
Right,
There's for 7 days. There is nothing else you can eat except for that mess.
You can eat that, pickles, or muscle milk. And I had a ton of pickles, believe me.
Yeah,
By
pickles.
the end of the week.
I would have gone pickles and muscle milk the whole time.
But for 7 days straight. Well, I had it 2 weeks in a row, but for 7 days.
So you went 14 days with
14
just that.
days slop, and then you have to sleep when you're on slop. That means you're a have-not, and when you're a have-not, you have to sleep in the have-not room. Okay, and then that room looks like a insane asylum, and then it basically is just terrible. The lights don't come off, and by 14 days I was grumpy. I was so grumpy.
I sleep in a have-not room every night. have not sex.
Well,
Slop wouldn't have been so bad.
would you go back and do it again?
No.
You would
I
not.
think-
Is your reality TV career done, or if something else comes along, you would do it again?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I don't want to keep going on, Big Brother, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Because that is, I mean, this time it was so hard mentally and physically. And, really not physically. It was mentally and psychologically. It was just, draining.
In the Amazing Race, you were on that, too.
Yeah, that's physically draining.
Right. So when you've had your share of reality show TV stuff, then.
Right.
So what
I
else?
don't think I can go back on Big Brother a third time. That would be just so.
But do you have a desire to have a career now in television or reality shows, or now is it just, you know what, I would like to go back to my normal life, go back to working at the salon. Jeff will come save me and we'll get married, and then life will be grand.
Yeah, that too. I mean, I guess it's kind of like whatever
yes,
happens.
that.
Yeah. I mean,
Whatever comes along.
Yeah. I just being back here is great, like at home, and then sometimes you do kind of want to change.
Yeah.
And
So there's no big life plan. It's just kind of whatever happens is going to happen.
Yeah.
You worry about it as it comes and goes.
yeah. I'm just
Well, good.
Gonna go along
But
with
you
it.
know-
Yeah, because I mean, you just got out of that whole
Yeah.
situation. You haven't even lived a free life for 2 weeks even yet.
I know.
So yeah, you got some stuff to do before you
Exactly.
start
I
thinking
can't
about the
wait.
future.
To get in my car and roll the windows down and blast some like Britney Spears or something and be singing.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the one thing that you look forward to when you were getting out of the house? You said, is there one thing that you really wanted to do as soon as you got out of the house? Was it sleep in your own
Sex.
bed, or?
Say
I did want to get I did want to get my own bed, but you know, of course I knew I was going to be out there, but it was more so I wanted to go to a Mexican restaurant and
Oh,
eat
yeah.
and get margaritas, like I said.
Yeah, she
And-
wanted her
You're quite
margarita.
a drinker.
yeah.
No, I sound like I'm not an alcoholic, I promise. But I think that's really what I want to do. I wanted to be somewhere loud, and crowded, where there's a lot of people, and just be able to talk, and just talk to other people besides. It was like the house guests.
Yeah.
That's all I had talked to.
I think that's what I would do. Go to a Mexican restaurant first thing.
'Cause, you know,
I
they
love
always
the
got the
Mexican food.
music
Yeah,
and
Mexican's my favorite.
Yeah, and then probably
it's
like
LA
go
Mexican.
to a beach bar or do something like that. Just
Yeah.
something fun.
Oh, I'd get a quick head on. I know that. I'd get my head right. I'd be shooting some tequila and drinking some. Oh, I will drink a beer the same time I'm drinking a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke.
Did that not too long
We've
ago.
seen him do it.
Yeah, the beer's for the thirst quencher.
beer?
And then
Don't like beer. Not a fan. It's too filling.
yeah.
You just
Don't
like
you think? That?
tequila.
Unlike
like
chocolate
something, yeah.
chip cookie dough and Teddy Grahams.
Yeah. No, but y'all, I haven't even ate cookie dough or any of that since that show. I mean, I eat like cookies, but raw cookie dough, I haven't ate since.
Yeah.
I think I like grossed myself out about it.
I think that sounds delicious, actually.
I know,
That's
it does.
definitely-
Fantastic.
yeah.
Do y'all
I'll have
like
to whip up a
spicy?
little something for you.
Okay.
Well, thanks for
Thank you.
coming by.
You're going to have to come
Thank
get
you
it
guys
yourself,
so
though.
much for having me.
You hear what I said? You're going to have to
No.
come get it yourself. Jump your car off and drive up to Mooresville, North Carolina.
Okay.
All right.
Might take me a while to get up there,
Yeah,
but
it is the big city, you know. All right. So will you come back again?
of
Yeah, we'd love to have you
course.
back.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, how many times have you said that to a guy? I always do that whenever we have girl guests in here. They'll say that. Thanks for having me. And then that's my running joke. I don't mean it at all. Yes, I do. No, I'm kidding.
If you want to see Jordan's picture from being on here today with us, it's on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ACE TJ Show. We'll do Ace at Large in about 3 minutes on the Ace and TJ button.
There's more.